Hi, good morning. Welcome to Business. My name is Darrell Kwao. Commercial banks in Africa are being urged to reform payment systems for trading purposes. This will ensure that the continent has a common payment system that will make it easier for payment of goods and services as a free trade agreement comes into effect. Ebenezer Sabote has been speaking to international trade policy analyst Isaac Hubert Arthur. Here's his report.
Follow several challenges faced by many businesses in Africa trading among themselves as a result of non-functional payment systems. This is seen as a setback to the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, which is aimed at boosting intra-African trade by more than 50%. Executive Director of the African Center for International Trade and Development, Hubert Arthur, said banks in the region must develop systems that will make payment for goods and services easier.
Across Africa, because it's a major issue. We are not listed on a number of payment platforms because of issues that we are all familiar with. So if we are going to come up with a common payment platform where we can then make payments to benefit from certain services that we need, then I think the time is now. It's long overdue, but it's still not too late. We can still take it up. It's also calls for reorganization of our banking institutions across Africa. We need them to make it easier for us to make payments. Otherwise, what is the whole point in regional integration when you are stuck with payment methods? So I think it's something that we need to really hasten the process of getting these things addressed.
He believes a lack of knowledge on trade policies is likely to reduce a country's benefits from hosting the Secretariat for the Continental Free Trade Agreement.
The Swiss government, through SECO, the Swiss Economic Secretariat for Economic Affairs, they came up with a scholarship targeted developing countries' professionals to give them the relevant expertise when it comes to trade law and trade policy. And they selected people from all different countries. And I was lucky to be one of the beneficiaries. I believe that our own government can also prioritize this. We have a scholarship secretariat. There are other institutions that are also offering scholarships. Can we tailor some of these scholarship opportunities to these specific courses? Because we need it now. We need to build trade lawyers in Ghana.
The center is, however, ready to offer programs on trade policies to help the business community in understanding the agreement. Ibn Sabute's report for Joy Business.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Chamber of Commerce and Industry is engaging some banks and credit agencies on best ways to equip women in business with the needed capital to ensure their competitiveness ahead of the Continental Free Trade Agreement. Much has been reported on preparedness towards a free market, but President of the Chamber, Dr. Nana Apiaje Danko, the first, fears Ghanaian business women are being left out. He's been explaining this crucial initiative to Joy Business.
With the securities that are supposed to be provided, when one is going for a loan, most women do not have that. And so that one alone tells you that women are in some way left behind, and we need to support them from the government side, from private sector side, and from all perspectives to make sure they take advantage and support them as well. Seriously, the African Development Bank, I had some chat with them, and we're trying to see how we can support them. The Afri-Exim Bank is also doing something to do that, and the Ghana Exim Bank also coming up with a strategy to support women. You educate a woman, you educate a nation, and most women take care of all of us, seriously, one way or the other. And so women play a very significant role so far as economic development of this country is concerned.
And as calls intensify for the glass ceiling in the corporate world to be broken in favor of women, the CEO of Vodafone Ghana, Patricia Obonai, is joining the crusade. She has been outlining special packages and programs for career women under her leadership.
The issue of inequality still permeates many business environments. This is why the SDGs place great emphasis on addressing the gaps in gender diversity in employment. It is essential in the fight against poverty and underdevelopment. It is becoming evident in Ghana, in many boardrooms and organizations, that the role and contribution of the woman is as critical as that of the man. We have our senior leadership team split 60-40 in favor of women, and this has been a very deliberate effort. We have also invested deliberately in building the pipeline in our Women in Technology program she mentioned. We sponsor third-year students of the female engineering programs across the universities so that we will deliberately fuel the pipeline and many other diversity and inclusion projects. And these are all making a case for inclusion and progression of women.
And that's all in business.